Okay. Now, there were certain columns related to employment model, and I told you that I will be discussing that later on. So, employment model in Oracle HCM can be of two types. It can be either 2-tier, it can be either 3-tier. All the person who is coming from a ERP background should be aware that there is a work relationship record, there can be a work term record, and there can be assignment record. The relationship between an employee and a legal entity is actually stored at a work relationship level, and the details like your business unit, job, department, grade, in which location you are working, so all of them are actually stored at a assignment level. Okay, so in case of 2-tier, we have a relationship between work relationship and a assignment. So work relationship is actually linked to assignment. In case of 3-tier, we have three components. One is work relationship, one is employment term, and one is assignment. So in case of 3-tier, what happens? Lot of information which we generally store at assignment, like your business unit, grade, job, salary, all those will go and sit at an employment term. Employment will become your last place to capture the data, and will have a smaller set of data. Whenever you open any person record in a system, searching by person number, so you will see this screen. So the first is your work relationship. So work relationship is nothing but it is actually the information of an employer with a legal employer. So you will see a legal employee, you will see a worker type, and you will see hire date and country. So this is your work relationship record. The next record you are seeing is assignment record. So this assignment will have other details like your business unit, your person type, your job, grade, department, all other details will be saved into this. So there we have two components in place. One is work relationship, one is assignment. So it is a 2-tier model. In this place you can see that we have a 3-tier model. So we have a work relationship, but another thing which came into picture was employment term. And some of the information which was earlier under assignment, like person type, business unit, job, and grade, are now under employment term. And on assignment we have a lesser amount of. If you see,
can you show the 3-tier model again? That 3-tier. So in this, which are the employment terms and which is the assignment?
So you can see that the business unit employment term is status person number. So business unit was previously under assignment. So there you cannot see any employment term tab. Now you are seeing in this screenshot, you are seeing an employment term tab. So many informations from assignment will come and start will be there in it will sit under employment terms.
So any theory why this change has come?
Okay, so I will actually deep dive into the different ways of this 2-tier and 3-tier. But is this clear? I just want to make sure that are you guys clear with work relationship? Are you guys clear with assignment? And are you guys clear with employment term? This instance is 2-tier single assignment. In 2-tier also, multiple combinations can happen. If I click correct. So in 2-tier, what are the different combinations that can happen? 2-tier single assignment, 2-tier multiple assignment, 2-tier single contract single assignment, and 2-tier multiple contract single assignment. Okay, so now as we know that in 2-tier we have a relationship between work relationship and assignment. So what can happen is that there can be one work relationship and a multiple assignment, or there can be one work relationship and a single assignment, or there can be one work relationship or a contract work relationship with a single assignment. So a lot of combinations can happen. Coming to 2-tier and the PPT. So see, a person is working in some organization and the person is working as a project manager. So person is working as a project manager, so he is only doing one job. He is only getting a salary for a single assignment as a project manager. So in this case, what is an employment model? It is a single work relationship, single assignment. So you will see that all the details like your hire date, worker type, legal employer are stored at a work relationship, and all the details like your job, salary, grade, everything is stored at assignment level. There can be a case that a person is also working as a functional consultant in an organization, and person is also working as a trainer in an organization. So he is doing two assignments at the same time, and he is getting a salary for both assignments. So for a functional consultant, the person is getting a salary of 10,000 rupees, and for a trainer, the person is getting a salary of 5,000. And company, whenever you are doing for a client say that, okay, this is a very genuine scenario in our organization. We have person who works on a two different job at the same time. So in that case, you will select two-tier multiple assignment employment model. So in that case, you can create multiple assignment under a single legal employer. If I am hired by a company under India legal entity, I can work as a trainer as well as I can work as a, and if I work as a trainer, my salary can be different, my manager can be different. If I work as a functional consultant, my salary can be different and my manager can be different. If you have this type of requirement in which a person is working in a single legal entity, can work on multiple jobs, then you will go with a work relationship, single work relationship, multiple assignments. Now, your client says that no, we don't have any requirement like this. In our, all the employees actually do only one job. Either they are trainer or either they are functional consultant. And we actually give a salary for only one. So in that case, you will go with a single work relationship, single assignment. So is this clear? Work relationship, single work relationship with a single assignment and single work relationship with a multiple assignment. So are we clear on these two types of employment model which comes under two tiers?
Yes, a question about the project manager, which you were mentioning. A project manager can be assigned to 5 different projects. So, is it not a multiple assignment?
No. See, project, we don't capture that much of detail into HCM. Project is something which you can capture in finance or something, how the cost and budget is there. But in HCM, if you see, we don't capture that a person is working on XYZ project. We only capture that this is a project manager and the grade is this, the location is this, and the business unit is this, and the legal entity.
So it just goes as a single employee, single assignment.
There will be again a question that are you paying that project manager for 5 different projects, or you are giving a single salary and he is taking care of 5 different projects?
Because I came across one of the situations where, it was, though the project manager, is hired, he had different tasks, assignments or the tasks, and each was budgeted to a specific project that was tied up to a specific project. So how can it be handled in this scenario?
See, budgeting is different. Budgeting is something which finance has to take care. Okay. My question is, are you going to pay that manager for each project separately, or it is like manager has a 1 lakh salary per month, or maybe like 50,000 salary per month, and he's taking care of all the projects, or it is like he is having 20,000 salary for each project. If you are paying 1 lakh, and in case of 1 lakh, it can be either he is handling 1 project or he is handling 2 projects, it is handling 5 projects. Salary is only 1. So in that case, there will be only 1 assignment.
So we don't have to tie up that this year. Okay. Got it.
Now, if you can see that, in this case, a person is having one work relationship with A to F India, and he is a trainer, only trainer. In this case, the same person is having another work relationship, and he is a manager, he is a trainer also. So in this case, what happens? It is a multiple work relationship with multiple assignments.
Is it not a different business unit he is tied up to here in this case?
Assignments can be a different business unit. In this case, legal employee is also different. So he's having two work relationship, if you see.
So that's the reason he's getting two different, like salary, and you're splitting up like two employment.
Yeah.
But if it is
Yeah.
the same business unit, then it will be just one employee, one relation, one assignment, or multiple assignments.
You can do that also. So in that case, you are saying that a person will have one legal entity and person will have a multiple assignment, and salary will be given to the only one. Salary will be given only once. It is not assignment dependent.
So that is
So in
where
that
I was
case-
referring to the project manager thing.
Yeah. In that case, you have to use 3-tier. In 3-tier, employment term will come into picture, and you will move the salary from assignment to the employment term. Now, in that case, there is one work relationship. Employee is working into one legal entity. Okay? And there is also employment term. Salary will go to the employment term area, and salary will be 1,000 or 10,000. And that employment term will have multiple assignments. And those assignments will not contain any salary data. So that is your 3-tier architecture. If you're not implementing 3-tier architecture, then for each assignment you have to have a salary. So in this case, under this employment, I know that. So in this case, see, let me try to set a person. This is actually 2-tier single assignment, so I will not be able to make you guys see 3-tier, how 3 tiers look. Because we cannot keep on changing 2-tier, 3-tier. So let me try to search any person.
So in this is Sandeep. Why do you come
Sandeep.
up with this concept like I'm just trying to correlate with EBS. We don't have this kind of like 2-tier or 3-tier or single tier, right? It's just one work relationship to assignment, right? So what is the benefit of having like this kind of relationship?
So in this case, what will happen? You will be able to take care of all the scenarios. So right now, Lakshmi was mentioning about a scenario in which you want to create multiple assignments, but still you want to pay for a single time. You don't want to pay for each and every assignment. You want to do a salary. It is like you want to pay 10,000 and you want to create 5 different assignments for that person. So this can only be achieved by 3 tiers.
So you want to split the $10,000 into your 5 different assignments.
If you want to split, then you can go with 2-tier multiple assignment. If you don't want to split, 10,000 is a collective, but still that person has to work in 5 different assignments. So in that case, you will go with a 3-tier. That salary will come and sit under employment term, which is the level above your assignment.
So based on the grade, you have a constant salary, but still the guy has multiple assignments, so he is responsible to work on those assignments, right?
Yeah. So let me try to search any person who. This concept actually gives you a lot of flexibility.
See, my point was, like in EBS, there is a situation like, okay, an employee can have multiple assignments. For each assignment, the salary tied up is different, an hourly rate, or you know what I'm saying, right? So
you can have this single work relationship, multiple assignment, 2-tier. So this can help you in this case.
Yeah, that is where I was trying to understand this better. So the 3-tier means you are just adding the employment terms is an additional condition which you are going to layer which you are going to add on, right?
Yeah.
But correct, where the employment terms dictate, okay, if this is the assignment, then he is going to work so many hours and he is going to get this much of salary, right? Or for this many hours he can work, or some terms, But
it totally depends upon your company working culture. So again, I will reiterate. In your company or in your client requirement, a person will only work on a single assignment at a given time. So either he can be a trainer, either he can be a project manager. He cannot be both of he cannot do both the job at the same time. So in that case, it is pretty much simple.
So you're going to set the rules that an employee can work on a multiple assignments, or it can be a 2-tier or 3-tier or something like that at the setup.
Yeah. So
the rules, basic rules.
Basic. So it is like you discuss with client, you take a requirement that this is how, so you understand their business, how they actually function, and depending upon their business, you can actually configure. So suppose that if you have enabled 2-tier single assignment, like this, in our instance, we have 2-tier single assignment. So you can see there is one work relationship and there is only one assignment. We cannot add multiple assignments now. System will not allow us to add any other assignment for this person. But if we had configured 2-tier multiple assignment at our enterprise level, then system would have allowed us to create one more assignment for this person. And maybe this person is working in this business unit, maybe at some position XYZ. Maybe another assignment, the person can work for some other business unit and with some other position.
Like there are some special assignment teachers who work into multiple schools for a limited number of hours in a day. They cover 3 schools or 4 schools. So say they are typically attached to 4 different entities and they do just one job, but they work for 4 entities.
Yeah. So in that case, you can go with multiple work relationship, multiple assignment. So in that case, you can create multiple work relationship. So it can be with different legal entities. And you can have a multiple assignment also.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Yeah, in a county, you can work in 4 different schools, and your assignment and appointment is different, and your rates different, though you're working for the same county.
In hospital industry also, so in nurses, so nurse actually work for different branches of the hospital at the same time, or maybe like in that 24 hours they will be working there for 5 hours, for the next 6 hours they will be working for some other hospital. So in case you want to take care of all those scenarios, you have to think and you can actually choose the correct way. First thing, you have to decide that whether you want to go with a 2-tier or 3-tier. Once you are done with the decision of 2-tier and 3-tier, you can come and see that whether I should go with a single assignment or whether I should go with a multiple assignment. So is it clear?
So this is a new concept in Fusion?
And the problem is, there is only drawback of this approach is that if you have enabled certain employment model, you cannot revert back. So
what do you mean?
Going from a lower version to the topper version is doable. Suppose that you have enabled 2-tier single assignment. Then you can move to 2-tier multiple assignment. That is doable. You can do the changes at enterprise and you can do that thing. But if you have enabled 2-tier multiple assignment, now you want it to move to 2-tier single assignment, then system will not allow you to do that. Because the person record in the database has been created accordingly 2-tier multiple assignments. Now you want to revert back, then what will happen to those records? The system will never allow from a higher version to a lower version.
Okay.
2-tier to 3-tier is always allowed. 3-tier to 2-tier is never allowed. 2-tier single assignment to multiple assignment is allowed, but 2-tier multiple assignment to single assignment is not allowed.
Okay.
So this is a decision which has to be configured or decided very, what you can say, thoughtfully.
But there are employees where they will come into single assignment and there are people will come into multiple assignment 2-tier also, right? So
yeah,
how do you set up that way to satisfy
then in that case go with 2-tier multiple assignment. If it is a multiple case, then create multiple. If it is single, then who is stopping? You can create single and you cannot create multiple.
Can you repeat?
So suppose that there can be a case that organization is saying that for some employee we can have a multiple, for some employee we can have a single assignment. So in that case, go with 2-tier multiple assignment. That will help you to capture the multiple assignment, and that will also help you to capture the single one. So this is something which, and believe me, many times, 90% of time we go with a two-tier single assignment. Three-tier, I have only done one implementation for three-tier, and it was a very big client, and they have a very complex requirement, so we went for a three-tier. 99% case it will be two-tier with a single assignment or a multiple assignment.
Then it is always safer to go for two-tier multiple assignments, so that in case if there are any changes or tweaks, you can do it. Because if we are caught, if we go for two-tier single assignment.
I think it is safer, but it totally depends. Suppose that you are understanding your client requirement very correctly, and client is saying that we never have a case of multiple assignment. Then why to do that? Because once you are done with two-tier multiple, you cannot revert back to two-tier single.
Yeah, it depends on the client's requirements. Driven by client.
Yeah, you have to totally understand how they do.
Mm-hmm.
So
And later on they come back, you can say that you didn't ask for a multiple assignment.
So the concept of this two-tier model and three-tier model or single-tier is basically if an employee is working for different locations with different hours so that we can set up.
Yeah, so the thing is, you need to consider whether employee is working on more than one job. Whether employee, suppose that I took an example,
Okay.
more than one assignment. So suppose that I took an example of project manager and a trainer. So in many company, what happens, a person work as a department head as well as a person work as a project manager, and they will consider that as a two assignment, and they will pay separately for both assignments. So in that case, you will go with a two-tier multiple assignment. Okay. Now, there is many companies say that okay, you have to work as a department head or you have to work as a project manager. It is between you and me, between the practice and you. We are not capturing anywhere in the system. So the person is also working as a project manager, also working as a department, but it is nowhere captured in the HCM system. It is like understanding between the practice, the entire practice and the person. So in that case, it is like a single assignment. He will work as a project manager, but he can get only one job. So in system, either he will be a project manager or he will be a delivery head.
So when you have like a three-tier model, so you have assignment A and assignment B and assignment C. So you will get paid for those three assignments?
No. So now in case, suppose that there is a requirement that though you are working as a project manager, though you are working as a director, we are okay. We will actually capture two assignments in system. We will have one assignment as a director, one assignment as a project manager, but we will only pay 10,000 rupees. It is not divided between the both of them. So in that case, three-tier comes into picture. This 10,000 component will move to the employment term, which is a second layer, and those assignments will not contain any salary information.
So at any point of time, you guys, like HCM is capturing only two assignments.
Yeah, so in that case, the HCM will show two assignments, but salary will be tied on employment term. So it is like, though you are working on the director or the project manager, but you will get only that salary. Suppose that your assignment ends after a year, you totally move to a director, project manager assignment end. So that assignment you will go and indent the assignment. Now there will be one employment term, one assignment, though the salary of person will not change.
So when you guys do the global implementation with the three-tier model, the currency is different, Indian currency is different, US currency is different, right? So system knows how to do that, like.
So whenever you do, so in payroll and all, we do those things. So it is like whenever you define a salary for a person, you actually define into a particular currency. So you will actually define a currency, that in which currency you are trying to pay. So if a person is based in India, you will actually have that in INR. If a person is based in US, you will actually define the currency as a dollar. So same thing in three-tier, you can see that there is a work relationship, there is an employment term, there is assignment. So there can be a multiple assignment or there can be a single assignment. So you can see that in three-tier, person type, grade, salary. So these information can come and sit at an employment term. An assignment will have your job details. So though the person is trainer and the person is project manager, but the salary of this person is only 10,000 rupees, which is sitting at an employment term, and grade is maybe like grade 1, grade 2. This is example of 3-tier single employment, single assignment. This is an example of multiple employment term, single assignment, the top one. This is multiple employment term, multiple assignment. This is the most complex one.